Welcome back to Two Brothers Sports Podcast. It is Friday, December 19th. And Matt, we've got one of the best, bless you. We've got one of the best college football slash football weekends coming up here of the new year, of this year. We've got the JMU Dukes playing. We've got th four college football playoff games. We've got a nice NFL slate that is very well spread out with a very good game tonight on Thursday night. We're recording Thursday night, coming to you Friday with the Rams Seahawks. So
Oh
we
yeah.
got some games Saturday, Bears Packers. So we'll get into that, and then obviously we've got the Sunday slate. So all football from here until about March. Max, how are we feeling today, man?
Feeling great, feeling fantastic. Last week we both did pretty well, so we'll take that. Yeah, excited for some college football playoffs. Bowl games have been kind of iffy. I did bet on Louisiana last night and they fucked me, so that was really cool. And that will be the one and only bowl game I will bet on.
I was,
Besides the ones that are in the playoffs. So
yep.
yep. So we're here and ready for some action. I'm excited.
I was just gonna say that, Max. I was gonna say I've been able to stay away so far, but these midweek bowl games on like a Wednesday, Tuesday, when there's no
Yep.
good college basketball too, it's been tough. But all it takes is one L, and it's like, all right, fuck this shit. So
Fucking Delaware.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, Louisiana got this,
I
but nope.
forgot that they were FBS, to be honest
And
with you.
so I got back from trivia. Well, we went to, whatever. I got back and there was like 40 seconds left in the game. Louisiana was on like the six, trying to score last second touchdown to tie it up. And dude, he just rocketed at the dude's shoulder in the end zone on a slant and just fucking bounced right off his shoulder pad. I was like, no way. That's crazy. That
That is
sucks.
that's how non-college football playoff bowl games have been going. I feel like that
Yeah.
Washington Boise State one was ugly. That was just getting out of hand. I think Boise was like maybe like plus 5.5. They lost by like 42 or some shit like that. So
Yeah.
that's
Crazy.
why the picks we're doing are only going to be college football playoff. And to your point, Max, 4-2 for each of us on the weekend for an 8-4 weekend. Really solid there. That Green Bay Denver game for you on that under was just not expected.
You knew it. I mean, we literally said it. I think
Oh yeah,
it was 23, or no, it ended up being 26-23, right?
yeah, it was 34-26.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Yeah, the garbage touchdowns at the end. It got out of hand. But you were only 12 points off from that under. I was about 40 points off from this Bengals Ravens game. That one was ugly. Hand up. Uh,
Mm,
bad call on that.
that
And I
was
was only 1 yard off on the JT play with 14 yards. And then Monongai, I was kind of surprised. I didn't get to really watch that game except for the very end. Did he just not get as many
yeah,
touches?
I was wrong. It was a Swifty game, and sometimes that happens. But Swifty, like I said, didn't play for like two full quarters against y'all the game before. So I kind of thought Monangai would get the touches. He did not. He still did pretty. He still got some, but nope, definitely a Swifty game.
Fair. Fair.
DJ
Either
Moore.
way, 4-2 for each of us. Back to back, 4 in 2 weeks. We are on a roll on the NFL slate. I feel like I'm seeing it clear. Um, but let's get into the college football playoffs to start. And that starts with Friday. Today, for those listening, tomorrow for Max and I here, we're going to start with Alabama at Oklahoma. We've got Bama plus 1.5 now. Was minus 1.5 earlier in the week. That is now flipped to the home team and an over under of 40.5. Max, before we get into the picks, what are the keys in your kind of pick? What are the things leading up to that? And is there anything that you've really got your eye on for this matchup?
Um, yeah, I mean, I think the big thing is that probably a lot of people saw. Bama hasn't lost to the same opponent twice in 1 year. They say there's like they haven't lost to him twice in 1 year since like in like 130 years. But
Oh man,
I mean, I don't think technically they really played anyone twice a year, at least within 20 years, like they
yeah,
wouldn't have, I don't know. But get where I'm going. I'm still gonna take Bama. I'm gonna absolutely crush them, hammer them, just fucking. light a fuse and hold on to it and go to the moon.
Yeah.
Um, they are, yeah. The, and I don't know. They looked like shit against Georgia. You're like, Max, why are you saying that? But I don't think Oklahoma's that great. Their defense is fantastic, but I think Bama will find a way to put some points on them. And like my 36 under Oklahoma LSU called it. That was like a 10-7 game. Uh,
Yep.
if Bama can fucking put up 21 points, then they're fine. They're golden.
Yeah. Yeah, and they got Jam Miller back, running back. He's not the like you got Bernard as your main bell cow, but you've got Jam Miller kind of as that third down passing back, and that's going to be huge for them just being able to go there in the backfield. I agree with you pretty much on damn near everything. I think Bama is going to take care of business. Minus 105 too is a very good money line, all things considered. I just I think with Ryan Williams and that team, I think Simpson's gonna have to have a huge game. I think he's in a spot where you watch all the news outlets this week. He's in a spot where we're talking that this is the difference between maybe the number one overall pick, more than likely a top five. He could end up falling or even come back, people are saying. So, very big game from him. I think he's going to play well. And Oklahoma's offense, like to your point, their defense has been really, really well-oiled machine, but the offense, Mateer started off hot, and I don't know if it was just the competition that they had earlier in the season, but I think once they hit that Bama game, even though they won, he wasn't doing a whole lot the rest of the season. I know he was banged up, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like, these last couple weeks, they get Oak State, stuff like that. You got to take care of business. And he didn't look impressive enough to me.
Yeah. Against yeah, especially LSU. Just terrible. So
Yep.
yep, absolutely love that. And to that point as well, I don't know. I think I might want to say the under.
Yeah, I might just hammer Bama and not worry about it. But if I were to lean one way, I would probably do the same.
40
Like
and a half.
I
So
think I think Bama wins like 23-17. So that would be right at that 40. I think they can win. I'm gonna pull it up real quick.
Oklahoma might put up 10. And so I'm thinking like 21-10.
Yeah, and I mean Bama's defense, like they got rolled, but it kind of just got out of hand. Once it got to like 10 or 14-3 or something like that, they threw the pick, and then the defense didn't play bad until the second half, and that game just got out of hand at that point. What I do like Max as an alternate, I'm trying to eye it right here. I like Bama at -5.5 at plus 166. I think if they do win, they could
Yeah.
definitely win by more than that. And then even if you want to you want to get that money line into plus money, just -2.5 for Bama is plus 108. So I like both those alt spreads there too.
And to that I don't think anyone knows. You did that for Georgia in the SEC game, and that was money team. So
Oh yeah.
I love that. I love your thinking.
Yeah, and I think yeah, if they're able to get that offense going, I just don't think Mateer and them are going to be able to keep up. Might come down to a late, potential touchdown kind of just to cover that, but I think they take care of business for most of this game.
For sure. Yeah. Ryan Williams, maybe drive down to North Carolina real quick.
Yeah, prize picks is probably the only thing you can do.
True.
To do that. But then,
Underdog or whatever.
but you can't just do like a straight bet on that. You got to parlay that with at least one other leg.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Um, Anything else on Bama, Oklahoma before we move to Miami at A&M for Saturday noon game, which is a nice little treat for us.
Oh yeah. No, I think we nailed it.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna take the lead here, Max. I don't know where you're going on the side, but I don't know if it's just this, you squeak and you get in over Notre Dame, so you got some extra to prove. I like what Mario Cristobal's doing. I think I don't like Carson Beck on a personal level, but from a football play and betting standpoint, I really like Miami in this game. I think they might punch A&M in the mouth. I know it's at A&M, but I love Miami plus 3.5. I'm looking at it and trying to find a dog that I really do like, and I know Bama's plus 1.5. But this Miami plus 3.5, I really like. I think with
It's plus
Tony,
136.
yeah, and plus 136. I mean, I like it a lot. I don't know what I feel on the over. I Earlier in the week I loved the over, but that was also higher. And the more it keeps coming down, the more I get scared. So I might just stay away from that. Take my plus 3.5 with Miami and maybe a little sprinkle on the money line. What say you?
Um, I think they brought it down because a lot of people are on the over um for that game. 63%. I mean, full honestly, I mean, you're right. 3.5 is very tasty. It always is and forever will be
Yeah.
when you're looking at an underdog with some good firepower like Miami. If I had if I could say anything, I'd probably say I would bet for this game to end in a Dark Knight Rises style, Pittsburgh blowing up the field, everyone dropping down, and this whole game just not and or just not finishing. But I do like Texas A&M, and I would probably this. I guess this isn't really like a pick because it's out of our realm, but
Okay.
I like A&M minus 2.5, and like parlay that with some other game or some other thing, you know. So
Yeah. Maybe
that's
team
minus
up next time.
143. So, but I think A&M. I don't know if I like Miami. I really don't.
Yeah.
Not like bias aside. I think A&M, yeah, they lost to Texas, and but I think A&M can punch them in the mouth as well and just get going.
That's why, I mean, if I had to pick a over under, I'd probably now, the more I look at it, definitely like an under. I feel like it's gonna be a slow start.
Yeah,
Both front sevens are really solid. You got Ruben Bain on Miami, who's a stud, and then you've got that whole front seven for A&M is really talented. I
I
think
like
it's all going
Miami.
to come
Yeah,
down to the QBs. Like I feel like it's just who's going to have a better game. Is it going to be um, why is the A&M QB blanking? It's either going to be Beck or
Jesus. I almost said Kellen Mond.
so technically an A&M. Yeah, technically.
Um, it is
How are we blanking on this? I feel like after that loss to A&M, I've just put them out of my brain. Oh, Marcel Reed. Sorry.
yeah, great, great.
Yep. I don't know why brain is not functioning this week.
So
But yeah, just gonna say whoever has less turnovers, whoever has a better game in that front. I mean, both teams have good wide receivers, great running backs, good defense.
yeah,
Just
Tony's gonna go off probably.
yeah, and then you got Conception and Shaver, which are gonna be tough, but they've got good corners on Miami, and A&M has a really good front seven. So yeah, I mean, I could see like a 24-20. So I might get boned on that potentially, but hopefully maybe 24-21.
Yeah,
So I'll take that. But yeah, I don't necessarily love the money line. I don't know if they can win this game, but I do think that they could at least backdoor a 3.5 or, get it down to a game-winning field goal.
yeah, I agree.
All righty. Let's see. We've got 3:30 Tulane at Ole Miss. Ole Miss minus 17.5 point favorites over under 56.5. What's your best bet on this one?
Probably just two. I mean, what? Tulane beat them by I think it was like 33 when they played earlier this year.
Yeah, you mean Ole Miss. Yeah, yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Tulane lost. But yeah, so 17.5 is probably what I'll do. But I think 56.5 too. I think Ole Miss will put up some points, but they'll allow Tulane to, maybe get 21 on them.
Yep. That's exactly where I'm at. I like the over. Not gonna probably touch that side. I mean, if I get some profit on Bama and Miami, then maybe I'll roll a little sprinkle on that 17.5. But to be honest, I feel like that it's that front line. Like you you go play in the SEC and not or the Big Ten at this point. Like you go play these big conferences, and you're going to see it. When we'll get into JMU, Oregon. You're going to see this too, where that front seven for Ole Miss, it's not the best in the SEC, but it is so much more dominant and they're so much bigger and stronger and faster than that Tulane offensive line. So, um, I could see it going, like I could easily see it being 45-21, something like that. Um, you know, Tulane will get a couple trick plays. Tulane will get a couple good things here and there because their Ole Miss's defense isn't crazy good, but at the same time, you've got that defense where it might just be they might be up 31-10 at half, and then we're just waiting for a couple garbage touchdowns to happen. But yep, I'm with you there. I don't really have much else on that game to be honest. If I don't play the over, I'm not touching it, and I might just enjoy it because we'll be busy. And then we've got our family little Christmas event.
Yeah.
And what does that bring us to, Max? That brings us to the JMU Dukes getting plus 21 and a half at Oregon. It is torrential downpour. They're saying it might fucking flood in Eugene, Oregon, from what I'm seeing. Wasn't
Well, yeah,
able
I'm
to,
seeing tonight's game's going to be crazy too. And so
yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. So that'll
like
be
maybe
interesting to
all week.
Yeah, so it'll be rough to see. Yeah, you got the Idaho Potato Bowl. That's Monday. Never mind. I was thinking that one was
All
also.
right.
Um, yeah, but either way, I
Yeah.
would be having some fun with the JMU Dukes at plus 21 and a half. I would not recommend betting on it if you didn't go to JMU. And I am just hoping that everyone has fun. We get some good commercials and some good publicity and plus 21 and a half is a win in my books because everyone is just drilling JMU this week about the playoff. And I don't know, I'm just tired of hearing it. And I'm sure JMU is, but they're also like flying to Eugene today. And I don't really like that either.
What do you mean? Like they're getting there too early?
I mean, no, I mean,
I
I'm,
guess I don't know. I feel like that's typical. You get there and then
I guess like a day or two. I don't know. I feel like my days are all mixed up, but they're going to be in
I don't have
late.
to worry about anything. Like they just if you're thinking like sleep schedule and shit, they'll be fine. They just
Yeah. I
school
don't
and
know. Just like the weather, the rain and shit. I don't know. I guess it's similar to Harrisonburg, but either way, Dante Moore, I don't know even like our defense is good. Offense is really fun to watch. Don't think I'm touching that over under. I think it's 48 and a half was the last I checked.
I don't. I'm on DraftKings right now. I don't have it.
And anyway, we can't bet it anyways.
Yeah,
So more just hoping that they win. We'll be wrapping up with our little family Christmas stuff right at game time, so we'll have that up until Packers Bears, but volume goes to Packers Bears as soon as that game kicks off.
absolutely. That's gonna be. Hopefully, we make it out alive of that house. It's gonna be.
Yeah, it's quite. I mean, I could be set up for a very very big letdown on Saturday. Like I could.
I could be too. What do you mean? We
Yeah,
both
but
are.
I got the JMU component. Like if it gets like
Oh,
really bad, if it gets really bad and JMU just loses by like 45 and I got people blowing me up and then the Packers piss the bed, like
yeah.
it could be very, very bad for me. Um, but is what it is. That's why we love
But
it.
to your point, it definitely will get them good publicity and maybe I don't know how it works, but I'm sure they got some money for making it at least. So um
Yeah.
it'll be big. Definitely big for JMU and the
It'll
future.
be fun to see. It'll be fun to be like, holy shit, it's a primetime game and it's JMU Oregon. I mean, I just won the national championship in my NCAA dynasty. Granted, it was 2020 or 2031, but eventually
You're
they
out of were you in the ACC at that point?
no, the American. I've joined the American just to slowly make my way up. I did put Notre Dame in the ACC the same year I went to the American just to finally put them in there. And yeah, my team overall is finally above an 85 now, which is it's taken like 6 or 7 years.
Six,
It,
seven.
it's hard. Yeah, yeah. Unintentional, but yep, exactly. Finally, this next year they're going for the repeat, so we'll see. But yeah, it'll be good for the program. I'm
Until you
excited.
make it.
Yeah, we'll see. You never know. You never know. Crazier things have happened. And if JMU does come out early and maybe they go up or something, God, and you can bet it, goddamn bet that live Oregon line.
They're
I
not. Oh, Vegas knows better. They're not moving that line until
Yeah.
the last second.
Yeah, but I'm saying let's say JMU goes up 7-0 or something like that first drive, like Oregon gets down to like 13 and a half. I don't think they'll move it too much, but
It would
yeah,
go from 21 and a half to like 20 and a half.
yeah. Yeah. Well, good thing
If that,
you
dude,
know,
I don't think it'll change.
they shouldn't. They shouldn't, but if they do, there's an opportunity.
Yes, you're right. Sorry. I'm looking at the glass
Yeah,
half.
what are
I'm,
You, Paul Feinbaum, Josh Payton, every fucking other person on Get Up. I've been.
don't ever fucking call me Paul Feinbaum again. I'll fucking
I
fuck
love
him.
it. It will be good though. I'm excited just to have important, meaningful college football back because it's only been like 2 weeks. I give Army Navy was fun, but other than that, like we're back to meaningful college football. Very much looking forward to that. And then of course next week we'll get into next round, all that good stuff. Shout out, I guess Mendoza for winning the Heisman.
True. Yeah.
Javia's a little whiny bitch, honestly. Like that was
Yeah,
just
his tweet was like, what?
I thought he would do better in the voting and I thought he had a better chance. But then after kind of watching his reaction, I was like, you know what? I'm good now. Like I liked him a lot and now he's just complaining. I just
They're saying he's the full grown baby Gronk.
Yeah, yeah, that freaking kid. That's crazy. That's actually so good.
And they're
Um
saying Rodriguez should have been in that final. He got more votes than I think was it Pavia or got
saying
more.
saying
Yeah, I was
just
saying.
saying. I think Love was a little bit higher, but not much.
Yeah, I think Love was right above because I saw the Jeremiah, but Jeremiah Smith was right below saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Love declared, not that we were surprised, but
yeah.
Love declared. So Jadarian Price season next year with CJ Carr and that wide receiving core. Notre Dame's coming, man.
Oh yeah, full
Had to
steam.
throw him in. Had to throw him in. But yep. Let's see. So we already kind of got a little bit into Saturday. There is two games on Saturday. That's Washington and the Eagles, and then also Green Bay Bears. But let's just get into the picks first, and then we can kind of talk through the rest of it there. Like I said earlier, both went 4-2. Max has the tiebreaker on the overall season record. Max with 61.76% on NFL and wrapped up college at 67.5 for a combined 64% on the year so far. I'm not even going to tell you mine, but it's under 50, and it's going to be hard to get back, but you never know. Can't get to
Oh,
500 on NFL, but maybe I can get close enough to have a full 50 average. Um, but that is that. Max, you're going to lead us off. Talk to me on your first pick of the whatever draft we call this thing.
mm, yeah, whatever we call it. I'm just gonna have to go with my favorite. Give me Denver Broncos -3 against the Dolphins. I think, or not Dolphins, sorry, Jaguars.
Thanks.
Um, then not that they looked like fantastic against y'all. They looked pretty solid, but Jaguars are coming up to Denver. The elevation, they're gonna be freezing. It's gonna be Bronco weather, I guess you could say. And
Yeah.
Broncos are trying to solidify that number one. So I like that a lot. They're rolling. They look good. They do. So give me that all day.
And Lawrence played, I mean, yeah, he threw for whatever, 5, 6 touchdowns, whatever it was, which was insane
Yeah.
against the Jets. A
Right.
very, very bad Jets defense. Uh,
Yep.
who I don't couldn't name one player on their defense right now. The only two I can name were traded. So
Yep. That's what I was gonna say.
I like that a lot. I like that a lot. That saves my favorite for a little bit here. Um, I'm a little torn on a couple of these picks, but I'm going to go with the game that I think is going to provide some good points. provided some good points for us on Thursday night. I wanted to go Philly Washington on the over. I just don't know if Washington will be able to score enough points to make that happen, and I don't think Philly is. I don't know how I feel about it. So I'm going to stay away, but I'm going to go with the over in Atlanta, Arizona, 48 and a half. I think that, I mean, 27-24 seems all right. I think it's going to be higher scoring. We saw what happened in the Bucks game last week. Arizona's defense has been abysmal. I think
Yeah.
Atlanta's getting Drake London back, which I think is key. Kirk's been slinging the ball around. Brissett and McBride have been looking good. So, yeah, give me the 48 and a half over on that.
Yep, I was eyeballing that. I think definitely Falcons can put up some points. So
Yeah, I
excuse me.
think it'll be a nice little shootout for us.
They're gonna make a little close run. With that NFC South is gonna be weird
Yeah, yeah.
how they come in. Yes, I like that a lot. I don't know what I want to do with my dog. I don't want to like. Okay. You ready to do over? I'll do my under. Give me Raiders, Houston Texans, 37.5. Very low, but very low quality offenses. Um, Decent defenses. So like that a lot. Just a simple, just don't even think about it. When it's that low, it's bound to hit.
Yeah, yeah, and I'll just segue my favorite in there. I think I've got Houston at minus 14 and a half. It's a very big number. This is the only team I mean, they lost by what was it, 31 nothing to the Eagles. I think Houston's offense is in a nice little rhythm right now. Looked good against Arizona last week. I think they're going to continue to do the same. So, yeah, I think I still think it's good. I like the under there. But I mean, we're talking 21-3 and we're good. So,
Exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah.
yeah. So I
And
think that they're going to roll.
Houston's not going to try to go crazy and sling it on them. CJ's still kind of beat up a little bit. They'll run the ball up if they're up a good bit. So
Yep.
I do like that, even though it contradicts some of our theories to big spread, big usually over. But
Yeah. I just don't know. Vegas just can't put up a damn point, especially after watching them with Kenny Pickett too. Like,
oh,
ugh.
terrible. Yeah. So I do like that a lot. And their defense has been slipping. So they really only have Max Crosby.
Yeah.
Like that. You're giving me the dog. I mean, I can't not take it.
I'm so torn between two. I'm
Oh,
if you're
I am too. That's why it's tough. I don't want to, but I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna double dip and give me Chargers again at plus 1.5.
yeah.
I have to. It's the Cowboys. Why are they dogs against the Cowboys? Chargers look very solid. Herbert looked good post surgery. I got 1.5. Is it 2.5 now?
Oh yeah, sorry. I thought you said yeah, yeah. I
All
had
right.
to change my notes. I forgot that came down.
Oh yeah, we got it earlier. But yeah, I mean, kind of just goes without saying, you know, Chargers want to lock this one. I guess they can't lock this division up, but they need to lock in a playoff spot. They need to get this win. So I like that a lot.
I do
But
too.
good.
Yep. I was between that one and the one I'm gonna go with here. I know that the Bills just had a really big game. I know that they need to win, but Cleveland's defense over under is 41 and a half. Cleveland is 10 and a half point dogs. To be honest with you, Bengals or I or sorry, the Browns defense or Bills defense, sorry. Bills defense hasn't really been looking too great as of late. And I think Shadur might have himself a nice little day. I think the run game should be good. I just think with how low scoring I think this game is going to be, I think that 10 and a half hook is huge. Um, Garrett's going to be all over the place. I think Cleveland's going to be able to keep it within 10 and a half. It might be right at 10, but with that hook, I got to go with the Cleveland. And it's ugly, but it's one of those ugly ones where I'm like, I like New England at +3, but it feels trappy to me. There's a couple other trappy dogs that I don't really love. But Cleveland just that one just kind of spoke to me. So we're riding with it.
I love it a lot. Yeah, no complaints or no negative feedback. I think yeah. I mean, it's not that they look bad against us. They just whatever. I like it. So give me my over. Yeah, my over. Mm, give me Bengals Dolphins. It's Quinn Ewers' first start. I think low key he could do some fun stuff. It's bound to happen, beginner's luck type shit. But I also think that the Bengals are just gonna have fun with it and sling it around. It is in Miami, so it'll be beautiful weather, and they'll just be
Yep.
having fun, even though they're eliminated.
Burrow's got to impress some honeys down
Yeah,
there.
exactly that. And
And Alex
or
Earl. Alex Earl's now single. He's got to go ball out.
yeah, and they gotta let them put up some numbers and remind them and try to keep them in Cincy. So just
Yep.
with all the gossip going around, so I like that a lot.
Fair. Fair.
Be a fun game.
I think so too. That's gonna be one where like I kind of almost like I mean I don't have any plays on it. Yeah, I feel like I literally just passed over it. Because I saw like 5.5, I think, and I was just like, I know it's come down, but I saw like 5.5. I was just like, I I don't want any part of this ugly ass game. And then, but come
Well,
Sunday,
because
Packers Bears game, and you only have so many games, and you don't have LA, Seattle, Chicago, Green Bay, or the Eagles to bet on. It's like, all right, I need a little something something there. So, uh,
right.
I like that. Okay. Max, dude, I don't really like the unders this week. I think Tennessee, Kansas City is too low at 37.5. I think Cam Ward might, and then you got Minshew, who might have with a week of prep. He might be fun. Um,
Right.
could go ugly. Cleveland Buffalo, like I said, I do think it's gonna be low scoring, but I could also 23-20 is considered low scoring in my head. They're at
Hmm.
41.5, so I don't feel like I want to touch that. I'm going with a very high number, but I'm going with the under because of what the Chargers do with their pace and how Harbaugh does set the tone when it comes to those games. You saw 16-13 last week with Kansas City. Uh, Forget who they played on that Thursday before, but that game was really ugly. Uh, Can't remember off the top of my head. But I like the Chargers to try and set the pace there. The Cowboys have a run game too. They're going to try and pass the ball, but 49.5 is a lot. I see this more in that 24-21 range. And I do like LA to your point. That was my other dog that I was looking at. But so yeah, give me LA and Dallas under 49.5.
Yeah. No, I like that a lot. I mean, that was a big theme last year for us is a Chargers under forever and always. And
Yep.
I think it's still kind of true to this year. Dallas's defense sucks ball sack, but I still don't think Chargers offense is really that great to be able to put up, like 35 and Dallas, like 17 or 21. So I like that under a lot.
Yeah, and they got Hampton back now. They got Vidal. Herbert's still a little banged up, but they need to get wins. So, I mean, I don't hate them just trying to slow the game down. Is that the Sunday night game, by the way?
Yeah, no, Sunday at 1.
Oh, Sunday at 1. For some reason I thought that was Sunday night. So I actually like that more that it's a 1 o'clock game. Um, yeah, I feel like those guys in Dallas, they're so used to playing prime time. Georgie's got to wake up early for this
At
game.
the Ravens.
Yep, that's gonna be a good game too. I like that. All right. Where you going with your prop?
Um, I'm gonna go. I think I've done it once before. It completely buffed. Or actually, no, it was only like 5 yards. But give me Cortland Sutton 60 plus receiving yards at minus 104. I think this is a good one. He's slowly kind of getting back in the groove and getting his touches again. So I think 60 is going to be easy against the Jaguars defense. Not that
All
they're
right.
like
I
bad,
mean,
but they're probably ranked like 16th. They're just average.
yeah, yeah, and I mean, I think they're due for a shootout with Jacksonville. Sutton has been pretty consistent, and
Hmm.
I feel like him and Franklin take turns, but I feel like Sutton is still good for at least 50, and all you really need is like that last catch, honestly.
Yeah,
Otherwise, he's good.
he's still always good. Yeah, he's still that first look for sure.
Yep. And then of course I'm glad we're not really talking too much about it. I'm assuming we'll get into it here in a sec, but that pass from Sutton or from Nix to Sutton to kind of seal the game against Green Bay was a fucking dot. Doddington Bones, as the great Hank Lifwood said. Um, so I like that a lot. I'm going with the passing prop here. I think that, Seattle kind of just did what they needed to do to get out of that game. I think there's a lot of Philip Rivers emotion there. You've got Indy traveling to San Fran this weekend and no Sauce Gardner. Even with Sauce Gardner, I don't think it matters because Brock Purdy has been on a tear since that terrible, terrible Carolina Monday night game. He's been balling. I think that Purdy and company, Kittle's back, Jennings is there. You got Pearsall back. You've got the full Niners suite back. I mean, aside from Fred Warner and Nick Bosa and the rest of that defense, but. I think that Purdy is going to be able to have his way. And 250 plus for him is minus 104 as well. So I like that a lot. I think Purdy's been playing good football as of late. And unfortunately, if if Green Bay does even make the playoffs, they're probably going to end up playing one of these teams in the NFC West, and it's not going to look good for them. So it's just, of course, the Niners are coming into form right now. It's pissing me off, but. That's beside the point.
Yeah, I know. Well, they're gonna fuck one of us.
Yep. Yep. So, I mean, the only advantage at this point is that if it's going to be in Green Bay or Chicago, that they hopefully can't play in the cold. Other than that, oh, and then they'll just hand it off to Christian McCaffrey. Fuck the fucking Niners, dude.
Speaking of, I mean, he's got only 40 yards for receiving at minus 115. McCaffrey.
McCaffrey, yeah, I was eyeing that too. It's not a bad
That's
one.
tasty. Yeah, well, cool. Warren's 40 plus is plus 113.
Mm. I just,
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. You what?
I said I just don't trust Rivers a whole lot right now.
Oh, he didn't. Yeah. I don't know. He was getting a lot of praise on Monday. Um, but yeah, he didn't look too great. But whatever. That's no need to talk about that. I'll go right into my touchdown score. I mentioned him last week. He only got 2 touches for 22 yards. This is a defense where he could actually finally fucking do something for once if their offense will give him the chance. Not that their offense really didn't do anything, but give me Jay Jetta plus 130 tutty.
Yeah, really
It's
like that.
crazy McCarthy can put up 250 and their best receivers both get 66. Well, not best receivers, but the highest yards, 66. And then Justin Jefferson gets 22. Like what? Like somehow Jalen Naylor gets 2 tutties. But yeah. And I think Naylor's hurt too. But give me whatever. I don't need to explain myself. It's Justin Jefferson. So give me
He, He was in my top three, and the ones that I wrote, I had a little bit of a theme, and my top four were I had two tight ends and two wide receivers, and Jay Jettis was one of my wide receivers, so I really like that. We did. I was wondering where we talked about that, and I was like, I don't know if it was me or you who talked about it, and then I was like, maybe it was on TV or something. I don't remember, but
I
it
liked it
definitely was
last week
when.
at plus 165. And
Yep, that's what it was.
that sucks. But
Speaking plus 160. It was 165 when I wrote it. Came down to 160. We're going to keep a wide receiver theme here. Mike Evans had 10 catches for 132 yards last week, but no tutties. They're playing Carolina. It's a big game for the division. Give me Mike Evans. Just plain and simple. The guy gets touchdowns. He's gonna get a nice one, plus 160 on that. And what does that give us, Max? That gives us plus 498.
Yep, I
So
love it.
so I think that's a nice one. I wrote down Dalton Kincaid at plus 225 and then Trey McBride at plus 105. If we went chalky, I was going to go with McBride, but I like the plus 130 and the 160. So uh,
Yeah, that's money.
nice parlay there. So that wraps up the plays. Any honorable mentions that you're going to be playing or any like personal plays that you didn't get to pick?
Uh, my other dog that I was battling with was the Steelers at +7 against the Lions. I mean, yeah, I get it. I mean, I don't know. Actually, I don't get it, I guess. I don't. Lions, I mean, they have I saw a graph the other day and it was how many injured people per team, and Lions have like 16 injured players. Like
Uh,
Steelers are pushing for a playoff spot or division winner at that. Lions, yeah, they're kind of dead in the water at this point. So I think Steelers can easily cover that 7.5, and they might even fucking win, dude.
yeah, no, I like that. I also had that one written down. It's one of those like I feel like Vegas knows something that I don't, but also,
Yeah. But I'm thinking I PTSD of late season Rodgers making that playoff push, no matter how down bad you guys are. And
yep,
exactly like you guys have been exactly where you were, where the Steelers are now. It's like somehow win the division because everyone else sucked. And then you just make that playoff run and then lose to the Niners. But I
yeah,
digress.
it's definitely possible. And we will still talk Packers Bears after the honorable mentions.
Yeah, but that's all
Um,
I have. So you shoot.
okay, cool. I honestly, I've got two props and a favorite. Favorite. I love New Orleans at minus 5.5. I had them at minus 4.5 earlier in the week. They're playing the Jets. Jets are due to
Mhm.
Tyler Shuck has something to play for. They don't have Devin Neal. They don't have Alvin Kamara. They still got Olave. Still got Taysom Hill. Audric Estime, shout out Notre Dame, is going to get a plentiful of carries, and the Jets defense is just absolutely terrible. So I do also lean on the over 40.5 in that game because I think it's just going to be an ugly over. I'm not saying it's going to be a great game to watch, but I see an ugly over. Two props I got. I've got Stephon Diggs, 40 plus receiving yards at minus 122. Didn't get a ton of touches in the game against the Bills, but I think that against a not as bad as it was in the beginning of the year, but still a kind of weaker secondary in Baltimore. I think Diggs is going to have to get some stuff going. Their run game might be tough, so they're going to have to force some throws. And then that's minus 122. And then I love Baker. 2+ passing touchdowns goes with my Mike Evans play. So I didn't want to be kind of double dipping with that. But Baker, 2+ passing is minus 126. So I mean, throw Baker in with a Bucks money line parlay. I mean, I'm trying to just be just simple, small parlays this week, and I will have a lot of them. But I got to stop adding so many goddamn legs. We got to keep it at, like Baker with that, and a touchdown is probably going to put you at like plus 145 with the money line. Why not? Just keep it simple there. So those are the honorable mentions. And I'd say the biggest game, especially in the Carlin household, is obviously the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. That is Saturday night. So we will have that with the JMU game after the Tuck Tuck. We almost, yeah, that could have gotten bad. I'm glad it was at least a night game. We would have had some tumultuous family group chat drama going on there because yes, the Tuck Tuck and the family time's important, but so is this game. Two back to back. I mean, two huge games in 3 weeks for them. We've got Packers plus 1.5, Bears minus 1.5. So it's plus 1.5 is minus
What's that?
125. It's a pick 'em essentially.
That was not what it was. I swear you guys were favored still earlier today.
Yeah,
Like
I
it,
think it switched pretty recently. And then over under a 46.5, but it's a pick 'em. Both money lines are minus 110. I don't think we really, I mean, we know where we're lying on the money lines and stuff. So what's your take on this game? Obviously Micah's out. Elton Jenkins is out. Zach Tom might be out. Christian Watson might be out. Tucker Kraft's on IR. I don't know who
wow.
the fuck is left. I don't know who the fuck is left. And don't give me Roma Dunze's out because I mean I don't know what to do here. I
Well, I'm just saying, Kraft. You can't bring up Kraft. He's been out for fucking 6 weeks.
Yeah, but still it's just to
I
just
know.
prove the depletion
Yeah,
of
it's Micah, and I'm assuming Watson's probably out, right? I don't think he made.
yeah.
It
I think he's still technically questionable, but I don't see him playing this game.
didn't look good.
Yeah. No, it didn't look good. I feel like he did something to his collarbone or like maybe like his
Yeah.
or some shit. So it didn't look good. We're not talking about last week's games, but yeah, Micah's I'm glad at least now that Mike is like not I'm not glad he's out, but the fact that, when that happens, you don't really know how to react. And obviously the second he went down, the whole game changed. And then you had Watson go down the next drive. And so it's one of those things where you're just like, all right, well let's just get out of here and let's just get on to next week. I know LaFleur and the team's going to have a better defense and offense schemed up for the Bears game because they have more time. But what are your thoughts on the game? What are you looking forward to? What are the Bears' keys to winning this game?
Um, I mean, pretty much what we did in the second half last game. I think we are with Micah out, and not that I root for injuries and all that shit, but that's a huge thing. I mean, Rashad Gary had a really good game against us 2 weeks ago. So he's it's not something to like take light on, but without Micah, I think we can maybe open up the game a little bit. I don't know what the weather's looking like. It was dog shit last week in Chicago. I'm sure it's going to be dog shit again. Very cold, but we were still able to make some good passes, open up the run game. I think just stick with the run game, let Monongai and Swift do their thing, and contain the big plays that you guys can do on offense.
Yeah, yeah, that's going to be key. Matthew Golden is really going to have to step up. I think
Yeah.
that's going to be huge. I think the
I think
run
it's going to be a pretty similar, sorry to cut you off, but I think it's just going to be a pretty similar game to last time. Truly.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you had Bo Melton kind of come out of nowhere on the one catch. You had Watson obviously playing well, but um, speed is Golden has speed. It's just whether he's able to get open like Watson does at times. I think Jacobs is going to be a heavy dosage. He is questionable, but I think he's going to play. So that's going to be key. I think Zach Tom is going to be a big part in whether he's actually playing or not. Obviously Watson, but defense is going to be interesting because they rely so much on Micah and Gary's going to step up. I think he'll have a good game. But and Van Ness is going to be the kind of X factor I feel like on the defense. Secondary's butt cheeks. Doesn't even matter who's in the backfield on that. But Van Ness is the X factor. If he's not going to replace Micah, but if he's able to put enough pressure on, I think it could be crucial. And then honestly, it might just be more down to the coaching. Like I feel like both teams are like pretty damn equal. I mean, you guys have some injuries too on the defense and with Rome and stuff, and we've got the injuries there. Like I feel like neither team is 100% like at its best. So I really think it's going to be up to how Johnson schemes up against Halfley and how LaFleur schemes up against Dennis Allen. Um, it's going to be fun to watch, I'm sure, for Sean and Grayson. Well, maybe not, no, not Grayson, but Sean and some of our other friends who are Brian, who are neutral fans. I think they're going to really enjoy that game Saturday. I would love to put maybe a little, well, we have the webcam or the little Furbo cam in our house, but I don't think that would be good for us to videotape those reactions because we're all going to be together this time. And so I'm going to have to be a little
And
more calm. and I don't think that's after a night of driving around, not us driving, but being driven around the fan, looking at lights and stuff, drinking a bunch of booze. I don't know how
And
helpful that's going to be.
a new my new girlfriend will be there, so that won't. We gotta. I warned her. I said this is not gonna be. This is gonna
It's
be
just a
ugly.
very
I
quick
told her I said this is gonna be
introduction.
very ugly.
Yeah, yeah. Thanksgiving, yeah. Thanksgiving was good. You saw us at our best. This game could get really bad. I've got the TV up in the attic, so well, actually, no, we're gonna use that for the JMU game. I'll figure
Yeah.
something out, but if game gets
I
bad,
can I can bring like my
well, I've
bed.
got the.
It's like a 5.
Well, we've got our TV up in our room, so if it gets really bad, then yeah, is what it is. I will say that after the Micah Parsons injury, I have tempered expectations. So I think that'll help me personally. I don't know about mom. I think mom demands perfection and greatness every game.
Yeah.
Dad will be worked up. It'll be good. Yeah. We'll have your new girlfriend. I'll be celebrating some good news on tomorrow. So we'll be having ourselves a nice weekend. So it'll be fun. Emma will be in town. So whole fam is going to be there, which has been a while since I can't remember the last time that we all were together for a Packers Bears game that meant as much as this game does. Like probably 2018.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, you weren't there,
Wait, 2018. It would have
right?
been 17.
Or was it the 17-18
Well, I guess it
season?
was 17, 18. It was that
Yeah, yeah.
Thanksgiving, yeah, my senior year.
Yep, and also that was the game that the year that the Bears went to the conference championship. Didn't they knock out the Packers, or am I thinking of something different?
No, we haven't made it past the first round.
Wow.
Last time we were in the playoffs was double doink, and then before that was
Oh no, y'all beat the Packers week 18 or week 17 of that double doink season, right? I think that was probably the
yeah,
biggest.
I think so.
Yeah, that was like the biggest game. And I don't even think we all watched it together because
I
you
was in college. I
yeah,
remember exactly where it was. It was me and Kyle just home at our place in Morgantown, and I was in my room watching it. He like we were he was like kept checking in on me, like he's playing Xbox or something, kept checking in on me, and then got to one point he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna leave you alone." Came back, made it. I was going crazy. Came back after the double doink, and I was laying on the ground. Just
yeah.
I laid on the ground for 30 minutes. It was
Hmm.
worst day of my life.
Dude, that was yeah. Yeah. So
Bad shit happened. I bet a gun pulled on me, and that double doink was worse.
uh, that fanhood runs deep in the Carlin blood, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I I don't even want to say it. I thought about doing bad things on Sunday after Micah went down. I was in the Packers Cheesehead TV like YouTube waiting for the game, like for them to start like the rapid reactions. And God, you should have seen that group chat. It was very depressing. And then the little Cindy Lou who's like, it's gonna be okay. And it's like, shut up, Cindy, fuck off.
Yeah.
We're fucked. We're gonna fucking lose. I was like, I had to throw my. I mean, you guys saw. I basically crashed out via group text, and like six different group texts. Like, no one
Yeah.
even asked me how I was doing. I just told everyone how I was doing.
Yep.
Which I guess is kind of healthy. Maybe not the best method, but is what it is there. So, um, but yeah, yeah. So I think it's gonna be a really good game. Obviously means a lot for the playoffs. It's just a shame how good the NFC is compared to the AFC. Like I think both Packers and Bears could win the fucking AFC. Like honest to God, like
Yeah.
that's how try and you got to go like we're gonna have two 10 win teams that are not gonna make the playoffs. Uh,
Yep. It's
in the
bullshit.
NFC, maybe even in the NFC North. Like that's how crazy this is. Um,
Yeah. No, like it's I don't think
That's how it's
Packers
shaping up.
it this game is like huge. I was seeing shit where an 11 team or 11 win team is not gonna make it. We have to win 12 games or we're out. because fucking Niners are pushing. I mean, Seahawks and Rams. I think Rams solidified or the Rams will probably solidify division with this win tonight if they do it. But um,
Yep.
they're fighting. That it's really just our division and their division are just because I mean Lions are 8-5. I mean they're probably kind of out like I mentioned. So
Yep.
um, and then yeah, then you have the shit NFC South and NFC East.
Yeah. No, I mean, if there's any time to complain about group of five fucking teams,
Yeah,
because it's really just a Big Ten SEC kind of battle here, just like the playoffs.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up the standings. I mean, yeah, Green Bay's 9-4-1, have a half game back. Um, yeah, I mean, I can't believe, oh my God, 11-3, 11-3, 10-4 in the NFC West. So can't do much there. You got to play who you got to play. And I wish that we could have played the NFC East this year or anyone in the AFC, pretty much more, but that's okay. Yeah, Green Bay's still slotted at 7, Bears at 2, Eagles 3, and then you got Bucks at 4, Seattle at 5, and then San Fran at 6. So I mean that's a doozy, man. You might have more than I mean Carolina could win some game. Like yeah,
That's what was, yeah, dude. Carolina. Well, I don't think NFC South and NFC East is definitely only division winner. They're
yeah,
they won't have a wild card spot. So it's really Seattle and Niners and us and y'all are like fighting for, wild card and shit. Like it's crazy.
yeah, yeah. No, I think it's fair.
11-3 wild card. That's crazy.
Yep. Yeah. Well, yeah.
How did how is, sorry, last comment. How is Rams 11-3 clinched playoff berth and Seattle's 11-3 and hasn't clinched playoff berth?
Just that one head to head right
Uh,
now. So even if they split, I don't really get it either.
doesn't
But
make sense.
yeah.
See,
I mean,
that shows
it's
11
guaranteed
wins
that
doesn't
the
get you
Rams will
in
get
right
a
now.
spot. Huh?
Sorry. No, then I was going off about the 11 wins not getting you in. So that's not.
Oh no. It'll be yeah, the Rams will be because even if the Seattle wins, then they'll clinch. But at least the Rams, if they like tie out, um, they should be able to get in. I don't
And
really, honestly, it doesn't make
Seattle's
the
got Rams, Panthers, Niners. That's kind of shitty.
yeah, yeah. I
Trap
mean,
game in Carolina.
yeah, yeah. You're not wrong there. And
All
then
right.
yeah,
Now we're just sorry. I'm just
no,
rambling.
no, you're good. We got a lot of implications. Definitely looking forward to getting into it next week. But we got ourselves a really good slate of football this weekend, and I'm not even gonna entertain the idea of talking about other sports until at least a week or two from now. Um,
Mhm.
but other than that, Max, anything else from you before we get on for the weekend?
No, yeah, I think we did a lot. I think we got some good shit coming out. Yeah, so I like it.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thanks everyone for listening. Have yourself a nice little weekend, and we will talk to you next week.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.